to stand on one side and one on the other side.
Okay,
Stay.
okay.
Good.
أهلا أهلا. قديش الساعة؟ Let's see. Do we have anybody coming from the other side? نبدأ. We want to thank you very much, the media, for seeing this large assembled group of ambassadors from the Arab League and from the Organization of Islamic Conference. And we are gathered here today in order to express our outrage and condemnation for what the Israeli cabinet decided yesterday with regard of what will amount into the annexation of the land of the Palestinian people, especially in the West Bank. We condemn that position, and we also mobilizing here at the United Nations all components of the UN, beginning with the Security Council, for the immediate reversal of this illegal position of the Israeli government. Having said that, and based on instructions from our leaders, we started the process yesterday of, number one, circulating to the Security Council, to the Secretary General, and to the President of the General Assembly in our capacity as the representative of the State of Palestine, a letter that deals with the details of our position and what we want. And I think one of my colleagues has a stack of these copies of this letter, and we will be more than happy to put it in your hand without getting into the details. I gave it in person to the President of the Security Council yesterday when I met with him at 2 o'clock, and I put him in the picture of what is going on, and expecting that the Security Council to shoulder its responsibility to defend international law, including human rights law and humanitarian law, and to act in such a way to force Israel to honor and respect Security Council resolutions and relevant resolutions, including 2334 and the last Security Council resolution 2803, and to reverse this illegal step, in line with what the Secretary General, through his spokesman yesterday, issued a statement which we welcome, and we are in line with the Secretary General, who is demanding the reversal of the position of Israel in this connection. We also told the President of the Security Council to brief the members of the Security Council initially about the meeting, and I'm grateful for my brother Jamal, the ambassador of Bahrain, the Arab representative in the Security Council, along with other representatives of the Arabs and the OIC, including Somalia and Pakistan, for defending the rights of the Palestinian people in the Security Council. My understanding, the initial briefing took place today on the margin of another briefing, and officially the ambassador of Bahrain, Brother Jamal, asked for an official closed meeting for detailed briefing that will take place on Thursday morning. Now, in addition to that, we had a very productive meeting of the Arab group in this regard, and I'm grateful for the president of the Arab group for this month, the chairman, the ambassador of Syria, my brother Ibrahim, and all my other Arab sisters and brothers, ambassadors who expressed full solidarity and outrage against this position of Israel and demanding reversal of that position. And we had also a very important meeting, as the OIC, and here I have my brother, Ahmad, who is the chair of the Ministerial Council of the OIC for this year. And we had also a very productive meeting there, and the position of the OIC is clear as well. And I think the two of them will read to you statements on behalf of the two groups to show the unity among all of us around this specific issue, and that the Palestinians and Palestine is not alone. It has Arab depth, Islamic depth, and we have many other friends also who will step up to the plate to declare their position as it relates to this specific issue. In this regard, we are going to meet at 3:30 in the mission of Bahrain with the E10, with group of Arab ambassadors and OIC, the chairs. And we will also discuss this issue with them and the responsibility of the Security Council in this regard. And in the coming days, we'll be asking for meetings with the P5, all of them, including the representative of the United States of America and the Secretary General, in order to mobilize fully the entire components of the Security Council with the fair demand that we're all asking for, that reflect itself in resolutions of the Security Council and international law, and the well-known position of President Trump when he said, and I refer to that many times in my statements in the Security Council, no annexation, no occupation, and no displacement. And there is a prime minister of an extreme government coming to Washington, D.C., challenging everyone that he is going to impose annexation and to take the land of the Palestinian people. And we hope and expect that the powerful partners in this regard to stop Israel in its track from not getting away with this very violation of international law and the will of the entire community of nations. Now, of course, in the discussion with the President of the Security Council, he will, as I said, brief on Thursday officially in a closed meeting, and I'm grateful for Bahrain for asking for that. And this process will continue until the 19th, in which there is a meeting of the Security Council. We were told by the President of the Security Council that the meeting will be headed or presided over by the Foreign Minister of the UK. Now we will assess and evaluate. We want the Security Council to shoulder its responsibility and to show resolve and determination. We will see exactly how it will unfold, and then we will assess and evaluate and decide on further steps. And we will ask for additional meetings with you to keep briefing you. I wish that we informed you about these two good meetings, the Arab group and the OIC, to come and to cover it through the cameras to see the meeting. But this gives you a good idea of exactly what we did. We stand for defending international law. We stand for justice. We stand for the rights of the Palestinian people. We stand for the two-state solution, and we defend, and we are among the huge coalition that adopted the New York Declaration, and we are defender of that, and we are defender of the Arab Peace Initiative as basis of the solution. And also, we are, part of the process in pushing forward and supporting, the plan of President Trump and the resolution 2803. But this is another test before all of these processes, whether Netanyahu will succeed against all of us or whether we collectively succeed in defending on what we agreed to. I will stop here and I will give the floor to my brother Ibrahim to deliver a statement on behalf of the Arab group.
Thank you, colleagues. Thank you, Your Excellency. As His Excellency mentioned, we had a productive meeting this morning. I have the honor to deliver the following statement in my capacity of the President of the Arab Group for this month. The Arab Group condemns in the strongest terms the illegal Israeli decision and measures aimed at imposing unlawful Israeli sovereignty, entrenching settlement activities, and imposing a new legal and administrative reality in the occupied West Bank in a manner that accelerates attempts at its illegal annexation and the displacement of the Palestinian people. It reaffirms that Israel has no sovereignty over the occupied Palestinian territory. The group warns against the continuation of Israel's expansionist policies and illegal measures in the occupied West Bank, which contributes to fueling violence and conflict in the region. The group stresses its absolute rejection of these illegal measures, which constitute a flagrant violation of international law and represents an assault on the inalienable right of the Palestinian people to self-determination and to the independence of their sovereign state on the lines of the 4th of June 1967, with occupied Jerusalem as its capital, and which undermines the two-state solution and the ongoing efforts to achieve peace and stability in the region. The group affirms that these illegal measures in the occupied West Bank are null and void, and they constitute a clear violation of the United Nations Security Council resolutions, in particular Resolution 2334, which condemns all Israeli measures aimed at altering the demographic composition, character, and status of the occupied Palestinian territory since 1967, including East Jerusalem, as well as the advisory opinion issued in 2024 by the International Court of Justice, which concluded that Israel's policies and practices in the occupied Palestinian territory and its continued presence therein constitutes a violation of international law, and affirmed the necessity of ending the unlawful Israeli occupation of the entirety of the occupied Palestinian territory and the nullity of the annexation of any part thereof. The group renews its call upon the international community to assume its legal and moral responsibilities, to compel Israel to halt its dangerous escalation in the occupied West Bank, and to reverse its unlawful policies and practices, and to seize the inciting statements of its officials. The group also expresses its appreciation for the statement issued by the Secretary General of the United Nations on the 9th of February 2026 and commends all its contents regarding the Israeli measures in the occupied West Bank that undermine the two-state solution, the renewed affirmation of the illegality of the statements and of Israeli presence in the occupied West Bank and occupied Palestinian territory, and the call to reverse these measures in a pursuit of a lasting peace based on a two-state solutions in accordance with international legitimacy resolutions. Finally, the group stresses that the fulfillment of the legitimate rights of the Palestinian people, including their right to self-determination and to the independence of their state in accordance with international resolutions and the Arab Peace Initiative, is the only path to achieving a just and comprehensive peace that ensures the security and stability of the region. I now give the floor to the Ambassador of Turkey, Ahmed, to deliver a statement on behalf of the OIC Group.
Excellencies, members of the press, I read the following statement as chair of the OIC Group on behalf of the group. OIC Group condemns in the strongest terms the illegal Israeli decisions and measures aimed at imposing unlawful Israeli sovereignty, entrenching settlement activity, and enforcing a new legal and administrative reality in the occupied West Bank. We stress that expansionist Israeli policies and illegal measures pursued by the Israeli government in the occupied West Bank only serve to fuel violence and conflict in the region. They undermine the two-state solution, the ongoing peace efforts, and represent an assault on the inalienable rights of the Palestinian people to realize their independent and sovereign state on the 1967 lines, with occupied Jerusalem as its capital. We reject these illegal actions, which constitute blatant violation of international law, including UN Security Council resolutions, particularly Resolution 2334, as well as the 2024 advisory opinion of the International Court of Justice. We reiterate our support for the two-state solution in accordance with resolutions of international legitimacy, the Arab Peace Plan Initiative, the Arab Peace Initiative, and the New York Declaration on the peaceful settlement of the question of Palestine and the implementation of the two-state solution, which remain the only path to achieving just and comprehensive peace that ensures security and stability in the region. Thank you.
We want to thank you very much for this, your presence. We will make sure, if you want, to circulate the statements to you. I think that for the OIC, you contact the Turkish mission, and for the Arab group, the Syrian mission, and for us, my colleague has copies of this, although I think ours is now an official document of the United Nations. We will keep you informed, but we will, at this stage, just stop at these three statements, and next time we will engage you extensively regarding questions and answers. Thank you very much. Thank you, my brother.
تمام الحمد لله.